MaxSpeedTV would like to thank our partners here at MaxSpeedTV, starting with the Colby Eye Paints. If you're in the market for a new paint job for your car, check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Need a replica paint of your real-life car? Colby's Eye Paints has you covered. Check out Colby Eye Paints on Facebook. Also by Hershey Design. Hershey Design Company is your one-stop graphics shop if you're in need of an iRacing paint, league, team, or business logo, or want the logo on some sweet swag. Hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. You can find them on Facebook by searching HERSHY Design Company. Also by the Sim Speed Shop, simspeedshop.com. You can check them out for all your iRacing sim needs. Ohio IndyCar League jumping on board this season with as an official sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. They are also accepting not just patrons from Ohio, but from all over. Also, iBog for all your iRacing broadcast overlay graphics done specifically by Jason Allison, one of the masters at it. So thank you to Jason. And also, last but not least, Wise Guys. You can check them out at Reverb Nation. That is spelt with a Z. So check them out on Reverb Nation. We would like to thank all of the sponsors at MaxSpeedTV and partners.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching MaxSpeedTV. Tonight on tap over here, the USRA, the TNT Truck Series. I'm Roger Muth. I will be your host, and over here in the booth with me, I got no other but the man himself, Bobby Johnson.
How are you doing tonight, Roger?
Well, Bobby, I'm doing great, just like any other Tuesday night. We are here with these truck guys. Tonight, though, Kansas Motor Speedway.
Kansas is a fun track. I'm looking to see a lot of things happening really awesome here tonight, Roger. We're going to have speeds. We're going to have three-wide racing. We're going to have a fun night.
Fun night that you call it is right there. You see on screen the 12 truck Robert Duvendak last week not in action. Did get provisional points. I did see come in, so he's going to retain his points lead. We don't have a points graph for you here tonight, but I'm going to run through your top 5 real quick. Robert Duvendak's still going to be your points leader. Eric Holly close behind him, only a handful back. Cody Levitt dropping from 2nd to 3rd. Jamie Leach going to slot into 4th, and David Carman's going to be your 5th. Jeff Pogo 6th. Cole Day 7th in points, up 3 spots from last week. Brennan Bogo slots into 8th. Jared Hagerdorn 9th, and Doug Ongari up 1 spot into your top 10. That's your top 10 points after Eldora from last week. But this week, a whole new ball game. Off the dirt, back onto a 1.5 mile track. I'm looking through, Bobby, and I don't see the man himself of John Furness out on track. So that's going to give these guys a fighting chance here tonight.
Oh, definitely going to give them a fighting chance. John Furness. See, we got a few other cats out there that I don't think are in here yet tonight. Looks like Mr. Brown's not here. Chris Brown also, I'm not seeing him nowhere. Got to give a chance for some of these guys to run up front and potentially get their very first win.
That's right. We're at Kansas Motor Speedway, like we were just saying. Right here's your Right there it is on the left-hand screen. We're here at Kansas Speedway. It's a 1.5-mile oval. We got on tap. We got 80 laps, 120 miles. Tire window, Bobby, you said yourself, probably 7 to 15 laps. Anything after possibly lap 12, slipping and sliding. Fuel window, 40 laps, because they do run 100% fuel here. So anything after 40 laps, you're probably looking like you're good on fuel. Pit road speed here tonight is 45 miles an hour. It's a pretty cool track temp, only 77 degrees, so that's going to make for some good racing.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of three-wide racing here for sure, Roger. I just noticed when I was out running around with them, after about 15 laps, the rear end gets really super loose. And something about this track, it's kind of cool, is these cats are going to use the entire track. That means they're going to come down in that dog leg. They're going to go all the way down below that white line and shave off a little bit of real estate off this track and gain up some more speed. And that transition right there on worn tires, it can definitely throw your truck around a little bit, and it could definitely cause you to lose it pretty easy.
In the corners here tonight, you're probably looking at a upper groove racetrack. After about 3 to 5 laps, everybody's going to start migrating most likely to the top. That's where you're going to find the speed. Then it's going to kind of play who can possibly get off the corner better than somebody else to maybe set up a pass, hopefully to clear them by the next corner. That's going to be the strategy tonight. Who can run the high line, the Kyle Larson line, up around the top of this track here tonight. But hey, qualifying is winding down. That's going to be up next. Nothing else on tap here on MaxSpeedTV tonight yet, but tomorrow night we got the Pit Stall Giveaway Series, the new series over here on MaxSpeedTV. Tune in for that. And then right after them, we got the Salt Flat Racing, the street stocks. Those are always a great blast to watch. But hey, at 10 seconds left here in qualifying or practice, we're going to step away, get the national anthem. We'll be right back with you. Don't go nowhere.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You missed the first 2 minutes of qualifying. The only thing you've missed is Galen Gidman going to the pole, Craig Learman second, Dalton Kilroe in third. Jeff Pogo, as you see out there on track, he just finished up his second lap, currently slotted in the 11th position. Not a good time posted by the 24 Jeff Pogo. He comes in with a 30.795, so he's going to most likely look to fall. He is falling real quick right now down the boards. Guy coming out on track, though, the number 2, Jamie Leach, not put in a time yet. Let's see if this is going to be his first time on the board here tonight. Jamie Leach slots in currently into the 18th spot. Jamie Leach has one victory over here with the TNT Truck Series. He won over there at Talladega, that exciting finish, Bobby, if you quite remember that one a couple weeks back.
Oh yeah, definitely an exciting finish here. I'll tell you another guy that's dropping like a lead balloon. It's going to be your points leader right now. He's pretty much dropping out of sight here.
Robert Duvendak, who was out on track a little while ago, actually now puts it up onto the second place. Jamie Leach puts it right behind him third. And a new guy out there on track, number 57 of Ross Cato. Haven't seen Ross over here before. Have heard some good things about Ross. We're going to see what he can do in that 57 Zippo Toyota machine out there tonight. Anthony Reynolds rolling off pit road here. Looks like he's put in 1 lap time. Not sure what happened to his 2nd lap time. The 00 of Evan Pienta is out here at 14th place right now. Not sure why his driver bar shows up white. Let's just pull that off the screen there. But Evan right now 15th in that Aracat Chevrolet.
Robert Duvendak just absolutely did a blistering 2nd lap. I mean, he was 26th fastest, or 24th fastest, and all of a sudden, boom, 2nd place. That's a good run by him.
Matt Kemp out there in that Tide ride. Matt had a great run last week early on from Eldora, and then just got a little tap on the rear bumper coming out of the corner and sent that number 5 Tide ride around into the wall. Unfortunately, not being able to bounce back. He had called it an early night from Eldora. Right now, not having a good qualifying attempt at all. Is currently slotted in the 23rd position, now falls back to 24th. He's one of those guys that we usually see towards the front of the race sooner or later. Now 25th on the board, though. 2nd lap coming in on the board. Let's see where Matt can go to. 2nd. There you go. He won't have far to go. We must have missed it. His teammate of Zach Nichols in the 15 machine on pole. Only guy out on track right now, that's going to be the number 10 of Morgan Beard in that Stanley number 10 Toyota. Morgan, pretty quick driver out here. Sometimes winds up in a couple incidents that are of none of his doing, and sometimes he finds the wall just pushing it a little hard, trying to get all he can out of that machine.
You can watch him go all the way down below that white line, like I was saying earlier, just to try to shorten up this track a little bit, get a good momentum going into the turn there. And it really throws you up on the wall pretty quick. If you don't have your hands on the wheel and you're not really up for it, it'll throw you up there up against that wall, and you won't even realize it till it's too late.
Oh, Bobby, it looks like qualifying is over. Morgan only got 1 lap in. Let's see where the qualifying grid's going to shuffle tonight. There's your USRA TNT Truck Series starting grid. Starting on pole, the guy who started on pole last week and led every lap from Eldora, Zach Nichols. Starting right alongside him is going to be his teammate in the number 5, Matt Kemp. Starting behind them is going to be your points leader, the 12 of Robert Duvendak. 4th place is going to be the 2 of Jamie Leach. 5th place, the new guy, the 57 of Ross Cato. The 6th place is going to go to the 03 of Bradley Allison. 7th place is going to go to the 78 of Brennan Bogo. Galen Gidman is going to start in the 8th position. Starting 9th in the 3 truck, Cole Day. The 8th position rounding out the 10th position and rounding out your top 10 is going to be the 8 of Eric Holly.
Your 11th position is the number 82 of Anthony Reynolds. Rolling into 12th to 23 of Brady Briggs. 13th position is going to be Greg Learman. 14th position to 41 of Dalton Kilroy. 15th position is to 42 of Tyler Dugan. 16th is going to be Evan Pienta. 17th position is going to be one and only the 38 of Cody Levitt. Keep an eye on him tonight. 18th is going to be the 99 of Michael Longori. 19th, number 10 of Morgan Baird. And the 20th position held by number 34 of Mark Arthur.
Starting in your 21st position is going to be the 88 of Sean Butler. The 24 of Jeff Pogo going to start in the 22nd position. 23rd position is going to go to the 7 of Doug Ungari. The number 20 of Luke LaFaro is going to start in the 24th position. The 25th position is going to go to the 13 of Mickey Reed. The 26th position is going to go to the 45 of Christopher Monroe. 27th position is going to go to the 30 of David Carman. Jordan Smith, haven't seen him in a couple weeks, but he's going to start that 25 machine in the 28th position. The 18 of Stephen Holmes is going to start 29th. And rounding out your top 30 is going to be Josh Patterson in the 117.
31 is going to be held by 14 of Jeffrey Price. 32nd position is the 22 of Jared Hagedorn. 33rd position is going to be held by 40 of Joe Millen. And 34th position, rounding out the very last of the field, will be Mike Mack.
Well, right there's your TNT Truck Series starting lineup. Let's see if Zach Nichols tonight, who's going to be your pole setter here, if he's going to be able to hold on to all 80 laps out there tonight, Bobby. It's going to be a tough one for him to get out there real early and run 80 laps in front of these guys, because it's going to be a tough one. Matt Kemp's right there, Robert Duvendak, Jamie Leach, And a couple new guys. Gidman right there. And Cato in the 57, also a new guy starting up front.
I will tell you there, the Cody Levet, his new dress he put on that truck is pretty awesome right now. That Mountain Dew Ice, that's a sharp-looking truck right there. And that happens to be my pick of the night.
Your pick of the night? Well, I'm going to go with the man that starts up front. Zach Nichols. You can't go against the nickel machine up here. Let's see if he can cash in a couple more and win this one yet here tonight. Wait for that pace car to get off the track. It looks like the pace car is ducking off. We're waiting on the flagman. It looks like the green flag is waving here from Kansas. 80 laps the distance. Can Zach Nichols hold them off here tonight? Looks like a good start by everybody. It looks like Zach Nichols, though, is going to get out in turn 1 away from the 5 of Matt Kemp, but Robert Duvendak is not going to let him go away. Robert's right there, but here comes the new guy, Ross Cato, also all over the back bumper of that 12 machine of Robert Duvendak.
Yeah, he continues getting on that bumper of Robert Duvendak there, the 12. You can actually get right up there and get these trucks awful loose. Robert realized that, and he put the hammer down and basically said, I got to get away from this guy, and exactly what he did.
As Nichols and Duvendak away from each other, but way back in the pack here, it looks like we're pretty much 3 wide racing for a little bit on the front stretch. Kind of narrowed it down as we look at the number 10 of Morgan Beard right now on the outside of the 34 of Mark Arthur. So far, so good. Zach Nichols did lead that first lap. He's going to lead the second lap also. Robert Duvendak right there. Ross Cato, Matt Kemp, Bradley Allison rounds out your top 5 as now you see Zach Nichols went right to the outside. That's going to let Robert Duvendak kind of close in as Robert slides up off turn 2. He's going to slide in behind that 15 machine there of Nichols.
And you're talking about this track, Roger, when you're dropping down below that white line down there. Now, the rule is here, basically, if you drop down that white line and try to get a little shorter angle at this track, if there's a guy up beside you on the right side right there, he does not have to leave way or let you back up that white line again. And that's something you got to watch because you can get caught down there and get some serious trouble when you're into the turns.
As we saw a little bit of that on the front stretch, but coming off turn 2, there's a battle for the 10th position, 10th and 11th by the 8 of Eric Holly and the 82 of Anthony Reynolds. They are still side by side as they go into turn 3. You saw Brady Briggs there in the 23 get a little high entering the corner. These two have still been side by side though for the first 4 laps, coming to here to end lap 4 to start lap 5 here tonight. Still side by side for the 10th position. You see Reynolds did not want to go below the yellow or the white line there on the front stretch. Eric Holly kind of wanted him to go low. He kind of wanted to kind of cut that corner, but Reynolds wouldn't let him. It looks like right now the 119 of Gidman though, Galen Gidman in that 9th position right there, that blue Traxxas machine, kind of holding up that outside line. Anthony Reynolds still making that inside lane work for him.
Yeah, these guys are basically, you can throw a blanket over probably about 6 or 7 of these cars right here. Eric Holly is right in the middle of that battle right there. These guys are all over each other.
As we leave that battle real quick, we see the 2 was under fire there for a second by the 78. The 78 kind of lost a little momentum, then was in a battle with the 3 of Cold Day. Cold Day's, though, going to get over Brandon Bogo. Cold Day's going to go to 7th, Brandon Bogo back to 8th. Anthony Reynolds now got around the 119 of Gidman going into turn 3. Off 4, though, Gidman's going to fight back to the inside. Your top 3 have not changed. It's still Zach Nichols, Robert Duvendak, and Ross Cato up there, your 1, 2, and 3. Matt Kemp slots into 4th. You see a slide job right there. We don't like using the word slide job, but there we see one. Not sure where this yellow is. Let's see. It looks like the 99 of Michael Longori up against the fence. Let's see if we can go back and see what happened to Longori. See the 99 of Longori on the front stretch here, down below the white. He comes up right in front of the 24 of Jeff Pogo. Oh, it looks like actually Evan Pienta and the 00 was up in the wall. And then the 24 of Jeff Pogo just gets right into the left rear of the 99, and around goes the 99 into the wall. Let's see if we go back just a little bit here. See the 99 come off turn 4 and get around the 38 of Cody Levitt. Doesn't quite clear him. Tucks in going into one. And then just sucks up right behind. Looks like the 99 gets off the gas, and Jeff Pogo just drives right into the left rear of the 99, sending the 99 and also collecting the 7 of Doug Ungari. Rough start for the 99 of Michael Longori, and Doug Ungari also getting a piece of that. Doug Ungari in the pits now to get a little bit of work done to that machine. Zach Nichols leading, though, your leaders down pit road. An early caution, Bobby, here within the first 10 laps.
Yeah, I'm sure most of these cats, if they were smart, 9 laps on these tires right now. I mean, I want tires no matter what, Roger. You know that. I scream tires every track we go to your broadcast, but I'm telling you, tires makes a world of a difference. And I'd rather handle a good handling race car than handle one if the tires are starting to go away and you start getting really slick out there and somebody gets up underneath your bumper and, you know, they can knock that air off of you and they can make you have a rough day.
Looks like a 2-tire stop there for the number 5 of Matt Kemp as he's going to beat Nichols and Duvendak and Cato off pit road. But it looks like we got somebody out on pit road that possibly, I'm not sure, did he come down pit road? I'm showing the 18 of Stephen Holmes as your leader. There it is, the 18 of Stephen Holmes out there in the United Sim Racing truck, the Chevrolet, is going to be your leader. He elected to not come down pit road to put tires on that truck. Is that going to be a smart move by the 18? As now it looks like he's going to actually come down. It's possibly just out there to lead a lap, get a bonus point.
Getting all that important point, Roger.
So now that 18 of Stephen Holmes will come down pit road. That will put the number 5 of Matt Kemp out front with his teammate of Zach Nichols slotted in second place. Robert Duvendak third, Ross Cato fourth, Jamie Leach fifth. Cole Day has moved up to the 6th position, Bradley Allison back to the 7th position, Brady Briggs into the 8th position, Brennan Bogo 9th, and Galen Gidman rounds out your top 10.
Do you know for sure, Roger? Refresh my memory here. Are these cats, they got a fast repair or no?
No fast repair here for the TNT Truck Series. They are, if you get damage, go in, fix it, come back out, try and get as many points as you can here this evening. Matt Kemp, though, not needing to worry about that situation right now as he's your current leader. He was going to elect to take the inside with that tide ride. Nichols going to be to the outside, Duvendak to the inside, and then Ross Cato is going to be outside behind Nichols.
From what I've been watching so far, this Ross Cato cat, he's not afraid to get up behind somebody and give him a run for the money. He's kind of exciting to watch.
I was not sure what's going on here at the field. You kind of see them all a little bit separated, and then they all accelerate to hit the brakes, but pace car's in. Back to racing, the 5 of Matt Kemp on the accelerator. Nichols right there alongside him. Looks like Matt Kemp's going to clear Nichols by turn 1. Actually, by the start-finish line, Nichols just going to kind of slot in behind the 5. So right now, as they go into turn 1, it's going to be the 5 of Kemp, the 15 of Nichols, the 12 of Duvendak, the 2 of Leach, and Ross Cato is going to round out your top 5.
Yeah, these guys are going to get up to speeds of about 184, 185 mile an hour down that straightaway. And that's pretty doggone quick, especially when you've got 34 cats right here on the track itself.
And we got a pass for the lead. It looks like the 15 of Zach Nichols is going to go back to the point here, right around his teammate of Matt Kemp. Now can the 5 who took 2 tires hold off the 12 of Robert Duvendak, as now the 5's looking to go to the inside of the 15 as they go into turn 3 side by side.
Looking for the inside. He's got a pretty good run. That outside has a tremendous amount of momentum, and it makes it tough when you're on an inside lane trying to pass somebody. Now you see they're down on the bottom down here. You know, he does not have to, Matt Kemp does not have to go up there, or Zach Nichols, I mean, and give that number 5 of Matt Kemp any kind of room whatsoever, but you can see he did that.
As those two are teammates, so there's going to be plenty of love, plenty of room there between them. It looks like, we got a caution out on track. Could possibly involve the 111 of Galen Gidman. Not quite sure. Let's see if we can go back and see what happened to Gidman. As we catch the tail end of it, Gidman up against the inside wall there. Let's see if we can go back a little bit farther. There's Gidman right there to your inside. He's that 119 machine. Comes back up the track off the apron there, into turn 1, rides about that middle groove right underneath the 03, right above Dalton Kilroy. What happens as he comes off turn 3? It looks like everybody might, the 03 might have, I'm not sure if he got loose and hit Gidman, and Gidman spun to the inside. Gidman has a little bit of right front damage, but not too much more than that on that 119.
Yeah, he did a good job keeping that off the inside wall, Roger.
The 03 of Bradley Allison also being involved there, but his truck looks pretty clean for the most part as far as we can see up here. It looks like Bradley Allison being from Australia, so as we do see a little bit of scuff on that right side door of that 3 truck. The 03 is coming down pit road. It looks like a couple guys electing to stay out. Looks like possibly your top 10 staying out.
You had about a 40 lap fuel on here, I believe is what you said, Roger, earlier. So you're probably, we got 14 laps of 80. Anytime these cautions come out, some of these cats come in and top their fuel tanks off, and then later during the run, they don't have to go in for fuel near as much. That gives them an opportunity to, work up the hill. I guess what I'm trying to say is work their way up through the traffic or whatever to get up into like maybe your top 10 towards the end of this race, so they can set themselves up to have a good run to try to possibly go for a win. But you always want to feel, keep fueling that thing up as much as you can, because later on during the race, you may not need a caution, but everybody else may.
As the first guy who was in your top 5 that elected to come down, that's going to be the 5 of Matt Kemp. He'll be your first one off pit road, but that's going to slot him all the way back to the 20th position. Could that have possibly been a good move by the 5 of Matt Kemp?
Well, it's pretty early in the race yet. Well, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He might know something that we don't know, Roger.
Well, we did see him come down pit road that last time on the first caution, only take 2 tires on that tide ride. Now comes back down, as looks like Stephen Holmes is going to elect to come down pit road. That might move Kemp up to the 19th position, as nope, it's still showing him in the 20th position. So he's going to have a ways to go to make it back to the front. Another guy who's buried way in the field, that's going to be the 88 of Sean Butler. Sean, one of those quick guys, didn't have a good qualifying attempt out there tonight. Started in the 21st position, back to the 26th position.
Yeah, I saw Sean go up into the wall there. Just kind of skimmed the wall a little bit, but it was enough to slow his momentum down because he had to gather it back up. That obviously took his momentum away and dropped him in the back.
As we kind of zoom in here on the 88 of Sean Butler, it does look like he has a little rear end damage. The spoiler a little jacked up. But he'll be able to continue on with that. No harm, no foul really there. I don't think it's going to play too big of a factor on that 88 machine.
Yeah, these guys are they're gonna have to settle down just a little bit and get some of these laps winded down here. The more they run, the more they're gonna migrate up to the top, like you said earlier, and that's gonna be the fastest way around it. But cats need to settle down a little bit and get some laps in and get into a good momentum. Hopefully we'll see a pretty good long green flag run here.
17 laps in the book here from Kansas. Scheduled distance of 80 laps. Zach Nichols still out front. Robert Duvendak's going to be slotted into the 2nd position. Jamie Leach 3rd. Cole Day 4th. Ross Cato 5th. Brady Briggs 6th. Brandon Bogo 7th. Eric Holly up into the top 10 now. Dalton Kilroy right there at 9th. And Jeff Pogo rounds out your top 10. Couple early yellows here from Kansas. Kind of want to say not expected here, Bobby, because it is a 1.5 mile track, but you never know with drivers. You never know what's going through their heads. All I know is we're about to go back green flag racing.
Yes, we are. They're starting to get nose to tail here, nice and tight. Of course, your leader, Robert Duvendak, he's the only one out of all these knows when he's going to hit that loud pedal.
As the Pace car's in. Green flag back out on the track. Zach Nichols with one heck of a start over Robert Duvendak. The battle is going to be for that second position. Jamie Leach is going to be on the inside there. Robert Duvendak to the outside. Now Cole Day jumps to the inside also, trying to push that 2 truck of Jamie Leach around the 12. Cole Day now in a battle also with Brady Briggs. So now it's 2 by 2 for second, third, fourth, and fifth. With right there the new guy, Cato, right behind this group, looking for one of these guys to make a mistake. Duvendak to the outside, Leach to the inside, Day right behind Leach. Who's going to have the momentum off turn 4? It looks like maybe possibly Leach with a little more momentum. But at the line, it's going to be Duvendak in second place.
These guys got some great pushers behind them. You've got Cole Day there on that bottom line. Another caution's out, Roger.
Looks like we have another yellow out here on the track. Let's see possibly if we can get a car number on that.
Take your pick. There's a whole bunch of them sideways.
You say a whole bunch sideways. My cameras say we're going to check out pit road and see what's going on down here, but we know that's not what we want to be looking at.
From what I'm seeing, Roger, it looks like the 34 kind of got tapped a little bit there by the 45 and sent him into the wall, brought him back down, and took out a whole bunch of guys.
As we go from overhead here, let's maybe see if we can get a little bit closer look here as we look at the 34 of Mark Arthur, and it looks like the 45 of Monroe getting turned around. Then a couple guys into it. Josiah Millen, looks like the 00 of Evan Pienta also involved. Mickey Reed involved. You see a couple connection issues with the guys that piled in there. So Monroe getting into the 34 of Arthur there, bringing out this yellow here. So another yellow early on. Still in the very early stages of this race here from Kansas, but quite a few yellows.
Well, this yellow right here, Roger, done some damage, if you will. There's a lot of bent-up race cars out here on that one.
As you see the 34 of Arthur coming down pit road. 3 cautions so far in the early going, 9 caution laps, 60 to go. 4 lead changes so far from Kansas. Looks like Zach Nichols still going to be your leader. He elected to not come down pit road this time. He still says it's possibly just a little too early. I got the track position. I'll just keep her up here. If I stay out, everybody else will follow.
Yeah, your leader sets the tone. He sets the pace right now. Whether if he comes into the pits, they're pretty much going to follow him. If he doesn't, they're going to stay out.
So Zach Nichols has been your leader so far for 17 laps. Kemp has led 2 laps. Duvendak's led 1. Those are the only 3 that have actually led laps here tonight. They've just kind of thrown it back and forth between the 4 of them. The 3 of them, I'm sorry. Coming to complete lap 21 under caution, the slow crawl of 55 miles an hour around this track. Will we get the one to go here?
Yeah, like I said earlier, these cats need to settle down a little bit. They need to get a little bit of green flag racing, get into a good
guys who
rhythm.
try to stay on the bottom, they drift up.
Well, since you guys heard it himself right there, Robert, you got a copy.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Well, we're trying to steal your strategy as you're running second. I mean, what's the track looking like out there?
It is very fast tonight. Of course, after about 4 or 5 laps of running on the bottom, you got to come up off it and get in that high line and run that high line the rest of the way. But we really haven't gotten a long enough of a run in here to see who's going to be good. And can conserve their tires at the beginning of a run.
Well, you talk about running that high line. Once this groove moves up to the high line, is there going to be much passing if we get long enough green flag run to migrate to the top?
I think so. It's just going to be how you come off the turns, how you go into the turns, who can perfect the slide job move here. But a lot of it is back in that pack, when you have a big group like that, we have a lot of guys out here tonight. It's going to be hard to make passes back there.
Well, hey, you got that 12 truck up, currently running in that second position. I believe you're going to get one to go here as I see the flagman waving one to go. Try and keep that 12 truck up front and clean, buddy. You're the points leader.
That's the goal, buddy. I got my eyes on the my first win here tonight, and keep my eyes on the overall goal here of the winning championship.
Hey, good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, guys. You have a good night.
As you kind of heard him, Bobby, when we pulled him up, he was talking about trying to stay on the bottom and slide up in front of the guy in front of you. That's possibly what Robert's going to be looking to do to get in front of the 15 of Nichols, as 15 of Nichols is pretty much dominant no matter where we go.
Yeah, he's going to have to try to do something. Either stay with him, put a little pressure on him, get him to miss his marks a little bit. Like I said, it's extremely early into this race right now. As long as he hangs with him right there, just lets him know every once in a while that he's there.
Well, we're working into turn 3, under caution, about to turn these boys loose. Coming to lap 24 here from Kansas, the TNT Truck Series. This is a league of the USRA, just one of their series that they run. They call it the TNT Truck Series. Waiting for that dreaded pace car, the Mustang, to get off the track once again. You see him off, and Zach Nichols right back to the loud pedal. Duvendak was not ready for it, but it looks like the two of Jamie Leach was ready, because Jamie Leach is going to pull just about door to door at the start-finish line with the 12 for second place.
Yeah, Duvendak kind of, he didn't anticipate that quick of a jump, and Zach Nichols really schooled him on that one.
And Jamie Leach is going to get around the 12 truck. Now the 12 is going to fight back to the inside as he ducks in right behind the two coming down the backstretch.
He's not only got to, Duvendak doesn't only have to worry about the two, but now he's got to worry about Cole Day coming down on the inside and going to try to get enough momentum there and possibly make a move on him.
As that's the battle right there, but there's another battle right here between the 78 and the 8. That's Eric Holly in the 8 and Brennan Bogo in the 78. Now it looks like Dalton Gilroy's going to be going to the inside of Brady Briggs. That's going to be the battle for the 6th position. Looks like the outside might have been the way to go here, because these guys have been out there for actually about 16, 17 laps on tires.
Yeah, you can watch right there how Holly just pulled right away from your 41 right there of Dalton Gilroy.
And we still got another battle back here. It looks like Brennan Bogo now under attack from the 24 of Jeff Pogo, and to the outside is going to be the 25 of Jordan Smith. Haven't seen Smith in a couple weeks, but we know Jordan Smith is one quick cat.
Jordan Smith, he races every lap like it's the last lap he'll ever race in his life. That's what's exciting about watching this guy. I hope to see him get up front up there, because he would definitely make it interesting.
As right now, Jordan Smith slotted in that 9th position, as it looks like Jeff Pogo's still... Oh, Brandon Bogo into the wall here. Brandon Bogo just keeping it up high, out of everybody's way, but he has bounced off the wall quite a few times, and now they're bouncing off him, trying to get around him. That was Doug Ungari. And then it looks like the 68 of Mike Mock were bouncing off each other. Now the 117 of Patterson sideways. Can he save it? He is sideways. Now Evan Pienta into somebody right here in front of us. That's the 18. Brendan Bogo now around. No caution on the track as of yet, but Brandon Bogo was sideways. The 117 of Patterson was sideways. Holmes in the 18 was sideways. Bunch of contact back here in the back, but we're still racing.
I'll tell you what, right now, buddy, that the number 41, Dalton Kilroy, he was all over that number 8 of Eric Holly. Finally, Eric was able to pull away from him a little bit, but man, oh man, he was pushing him down the straightaway.
That's your battle between the 8 of Eric Holly and the 41 of Dalton right there, as that's the battle for the 7th and the 8th position. 7th for Holly, 8th for Kilroy.
Like we said early, watch that number 25, Jordan Smith. He's just watching this. He's got to pick and choose which one he wants to take out. He's just sitting back there, just waiting to make his move.
Out front, though, nothing changed. It's still Zach Nichols, Jamie Leach, Robert Duvendak, Cole Day, Ross Cato, Brady Briggs, Eric Holly, Dalton Kilroy, Jordan Smith, and Jeff Pogo rounds out your top 10. Nothing going on up front. Your best battle is still right here between the 8, the 41, and the 25. As now Kilroy's pushing Holly down the backstretch once again.
He's got a rear view mirror full of that number 41 Monster Energy sitting right there. But that 25 of Jordan Smith, he is not afraid to take that truck and stick it anywhere he thinks it will fit.
Jordan Smith trying to go to the inside there, Bobby, but just didn't have enough. It looked like Kilroy might have... Oh, Kilroy into the wall, Smith into the back of him. Bunch of damage for the 41, a heavy front end damage for the 25. That's what happens when they're running up against the wall. Now what's going to happen here when Jeff Pogo gets to them? Jeff Pogo's going to dive under the 25. Look to dive under the 41 of Kilroy. He also has the 43 of Learman, then the 5 of Kemp. Everybody had to check up.
Like you said, that's the problem when you're running that high line. If somebody touches that wall, kills their momentum, and you're right on your tail, you are going to hit them, and you're going to have all kinds of damage, and it's going to be a problem. They're going to have to come in here when they can and get these things fixed.
Jordan Smith with heavy front end damage was running inside the top 10, now all the way back. It looks like he's going to be passed here by the 30 eventually of David Carmen and Morgan Beard also. The 25 of Smith, heavy front end damage now. That truck's not going to be handling to his... Oh, as now the 25 in the wall once again coming off turn 4, possibly with a little help from the front bumper of the 10. He doors him going down the straightaway. He's not happy with the way he was racing him.
And the guy probably saw all that and was all smiles is going to be Eric Holly. It's like, whew, finally, they got the Wasp away from me here.
Possible spin for the number 7 of Doug Ongari. Let's see if we can possibly go back and see what happened to Doug.
Kind of looks like him, and yeah, it looks like the 119 there might have gave him just a little bit of a help up there against that wall.
As we call just the end of it, let's see if we can go back and see. Here we go. Now we're back it up a little bit. Doug's battling with the 42 right there. Doug goes to the inside of Dugan. That looks like that was a battle for about the 16th, 17th position. He slides up, realizes he doesn't have the room. He's going to give it to the 42, but the 119 is still behind him as they come down the front stretch here. See what happens this time, as it looks like possibly... Oh, Doug gets a little piece of the wall and right off the front bumper of the 119 of Gidman. And around goes the 7. Nobody else involved, just Doug going for a spin there after he tagged the wall a little bit, just off the front bumper of the 119.
And right now, the two cats are probably happier than heck to see that caution. Obviously, it's the 25 there and the 41, Dalton Kilroy there, and the 41. I'm sure he's happy to see a caution. He can come in and get that rear end straightened out.
25 and Jordan Smith's going to be able to come down and get some of that front end damage as you see all your leaders here coming into the pits. Who's going to win the race off pit road, because Nichols has the first stall. Looks like 4 tires and fuel for everybody. Looks like Nichols is going to win the battle off pit road. Then Jamie Leach. It looks like Brady Briggs with the big move on pit road. He's going to be up to the 3rd position. Robert back to, it looks like he's going to be in the 5th position. Cold Day got around him coming off pit road.
They always say the cream emerges to the top, if you will. And what you're seeing right now, you're Jamie Leach, Cold Day, Eric Holly, Dalton Kilroy, Jeff Pogo, Matt Kemp, all these characters right here. I mean, they're starting to move their way right up into the top, 6 or 7 up here. And I'm telling you, it's going to be one heck of a battle. And we've only knocked down 35 laps so far, Roger.
35 laps in the book. You see right there on the right of your screen your race progress. Right now, your big movers are going to be the 24 of Jeff Pogo and the 68 of Miroslav Mach. That's Pogo's up, looks like 12 positions. Mach is up 13. Your biggest loser right now is going to be the 5 of Matt Kemp, down 10 positions from the start of the race.
36 out of 80. It's still real early. The main thing is these guys got to stay clean. They got to stay out of trouble. The one who can stay out of the trouble the longest right here is going to have a great shot of winning this race.
As you see it right there, this is going to be the Fourth caution, 15 laps out here so far under caution. 45 laps to go. Still only 4 lead changes. Looks like Zach Nichols has led 32 laps here. Kemp has led 2. Duvendak has led 1. Well, Bobby, the green flag racing we have seen so far here in the first 36 laps have been good. Couple cautions, though, slowing us down here. We've seen Zach Nichols pretty much dominate so far, 32 laps.
Looks like the 45 there is just waiting patiently to get his lap back. Lights goes off, and away he goes off in the wild blue yonder to try to get his lap back.
Well, it looks like somebody out there in chat, Dan Doe, who's not out on track, wanted to see a close-up of the number 25. There's the 25 right there. It looks like Bobby Moss, possibly, these guys forgot to turn their quick repair off again because, well, it looks like the 25 is a brand new truck again.
You know, I was going to say something, Roger, but I didn't want you to think I was drinking because some of these cats are tore all to pieces and they come back out and their cars are fixed completely.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time we're told one information and, well, all of a sudden, blink your eyes. It's changed. Surprise. But out front, still the 15 is Zach Nichols, Jamie Leach second, Brady Briggs in the third position, Cole Day fourth. Waiting for that dreaded pace car to come off the track once again. There he goes, diving to the inside. Nichols waited a little bit, held him this time. Then he went because he knew Jamie Leach was going to be waiting. He knew Leach got a great starts with him the last couple times. Waited, held him just a little bit longer. Nichols away. It looks like Jamie Leach is going to be to the outside. Brady Briggs, the recently married Brady Briggs in the 23.
Whoa, the 3 gets sideways right there. Luckily, he was able to hold it off there. I mean, I thought he was going to go around, take out a bunch of guys.
Cole Day being able to handle that 3 truck, but he's going to lose a couple positions, slotted back to the 5th position right now.
Of course, we got this battle with Jamie Leach right now, the 23 of Brady Briggs. They are battling out. Of course, the 02 of Jamie Leach is bringing up Duvendak right with him into the mix of this.
Jamie got a better run going into the corner, slid up in front of the 23. You see Brady there giving a little lift of the throttle as they went into turn 3. Could have pushed the 2 of Jamie Leach into the corner, but decided that would be a bad idea. But then that gave Robert Duvendak the inside. Duvendak's in 4th, looking for 3rd place to the inside of Brady Briggs. Now Brady Briggs going to cross him over, though. That's going to put Duvendak behind him going into turn 1 and 2. The only guy to the inside, that's going to be the 57 of Ross Cato. Cato losing a position right now. Cole Day going around him on the outside. He's bringing Eric Holly along in tow. Eric Holly now to the outside of the 57. Eric Holly's going to get that position. He's going to bring along the 43 of Craig Learman. Learman looking to get around the 57 of Cato.
It looks like he's probably going to be able to make that pass on that high side. This bottom lane just ain't working right now. These guys got way too much momentum up on this top side.
A guy that's hoping the inside lane possibly comes in. That's going to be the 24, Jeff Pogo, who's battling it out back here. Jeff Pogo in the 11th position, battling the 20 of Luke LaFaro and the 88 of Sean Butler. You see them just back here just a little bit. Looks like the 24 is going to lose a position there. He's going to go behind the 34. That's going to be Mark Arthur there in the 34. Jeff Pogo right there in the 24. He's slotted now 13th position. He was trying to make that inside line work. Just not enough momentum down there.
You can see that number 5 right there, Matt Kemp. He is working. He is all over that number 10 car. He's wheeling that thing, trying his best to get back up there and to get up into the position a little bit because he knows he's kind of behind the 8 ball right now.
Jordan Smith right behind the 5 of Matt Kemp. You got a 4-car train here with Pogo, Beard, Kemp, and Smith. As it looks like the 5 of Kemp going high, hitting the wall. The 25 of Jordan Smith going to just be able to go to the bottom and clear the 25. I thought Jordan Smith was in for another pile up of none of his doing. But 25 of Smith got around the 5 of Kemp. 5 of Kemp lost all his momentum, going backwards for the 5.
Kemp done a great job right there keeping it up against the wall. He could have come down off that wall if he wanted to, but he knew if he did, he was going to create havoc. So kudos to him for keeping that thing on the wall, not taking anybody out.
But hey, look up front. Zach Nichols still up front, but he's not getting away. Jamie Leach is only about 2 cars behind him right now. He's not letting him get out of sight too fast.
Now we're going to start getting in, hopefully, some of these green flag racing. And when we start getting into that, these trucks are going to, each lap, they're going to handle differently. Your fuel's going to be going down, the tire wear's going to be going down, and each truck is going to handle different, and each lap it's going to handle different. So we're going to see who can handle a truck that's basically going to get quite loose.
Caution on the Speedway. Let's see if we're going to be able to find who it was out there. Looks like it might involve the 22 of Jared Hagerdorn. I'm not sure who else the other car was there. Looks like the 22 of Jared Hagerdorn right in front of the 40 of Josiah Millen as they go on the front stretch. Let's see what happens. I think it was happened as they were coming off turn 2. Let's see what happens here. Oh, looks like there's a slow truck right in front of him. David Carmen in the 30 machine. All sorts of slow. And the 117 of Josh Peterson, Patterson.
Yeah, he just slammed right into him. They don't know what was going on. It just came up and he had nowhere to go, but basically they hit him.
Let's go back now as we pull up the 30. The 30 in the wall, as you see, and then out of nowhere, here comes Patterson right there, the 117 that forces the 30 all the way down into the inside wall, and, well, that's going to be a hard one for the 30 as you see heavy contact as we take a look at him as he comes down pit road. Rear end damage for the 30. Left pancaked. Left side, whole left side of the truck's just pancaked on the 30.
Tell you what, Hagedorn done it. Jared did an excellent job. Jared Hagedorn did. He'd have locked those brakes up there for a quick second, just enough to slow his momentum down and basically to avoid that wreck.
Jared Hagedorn and Josiah Millen, who were right behind that wreck, they avoided it, so they're okay. Bobby, I'm looking at the lap counter right now. We're on lap 47 out of 80 here. If my math, is good, I don't know if it is good. I'm from Pennsylvania, so correct me if I'm not. We're inside the window. Whoever pitted right here will no longer need to pit.
That's correct. They will no longer need the fuel, but if they get any more green flag pit stops, they're going to want tires.
The guy who's taking a bold strategy right here, the 24 of Jeff Pogo, he elected to stay out. 12-lap old tires on that 24 machine. What do you think his possible thinking is right now?
Oh, he's trying to work right now for position. He's trying to get up there, trying to get himself set. You've only got 34, 33 laps to go here. And basically, if you're not in the top 5 here, you're not going to have an opportunity to do anything. So he just wanted to get into position.
Well, let's pick his brain a little bit. Let's see if we can get him up here in the booth. Jeff Pogo, you got a copy with Roger and Bobby in the booth.
Yes, sir.
Well, Jeff Pogo, you are now the leader here on this pit cycle. What are you thinking staying out here on 13-lap old tires when the rest of the field behind you is coming with 4 fresh tires?
I'm thinking that they can't run long enough without getting a caution for it to matter. I'm hoping anyways.
Well, there is a good possibility for another caution to come out here. We're a little over halfway. You could possibly, now I'm just guessing, my fuel calculator, like I just said, I'm from Pennsylvania, it could be way off and broken, but you possibly could make it from here on fuel.
It's looking like we can, yeah.
So the 24, Jeff Pogo, hopefully, well, I shouldn't say hopefully, he's hoping that there's a couple more cautions that's going to be able to keep him up here in the lead. Well, Jeff, good luck the rest of the way, and hope those 13-lap old tires can carry you away from these guys.
Thank you, boys.
I'll tell you, Roger, I like his thinking right here. His strategy is pretty doggone good. I mean, let's face it, we've had 5 cautions already so far, and he basically stayed out, got himself a good track position. Now he's leading the race, and basically he is setting fairly decent right now. The problem is he is hoping for a caution fairly soon, because I know it's 15 lap tires right there. If they get a green flag run, they're going to run him down. There's no doubt about it. So hopefully we can get another caution in, before that happens. That's his game plan.
Jeff Pogo didn't have anything really to lose there. He started back in the 22nd position, did not have a good qualifying attempt there in that 24 truck. Worked his way up to about the 13th position. But that's as far as that truck could go. Now, electing to stay out here and putting Mark Arthur, Craig Learman, and it looks like Eric Holly and Brady Briggs all on 2 tires right behind them. So he has a little bit of a buffer before you get to the guys that have 4 fresh tires who were up front. So let's see how this strategy plays out for the 24 machine.
I think that's going to work out in his favor pretty good. I really do. Hopefully he doesn't spin his tires on this restart. You know what it's like when you're on old tires trying to get through these gears. If you spin your tires just a little bit, they're going to run you over.
As the 24 did not waste any time, he went right away. You saw him hit the gas as soon as the pace car turned left. So he's going to get out to one heck of a restart here. Looks like 4 or 5 cars over the 34 of Arthur. Then it's Learman, and then it's going to be 2 wide right behind them with Brady Briggs, Eric Holly side by side.
Jeff did exactly what he needed to do. He needed to get a good jump out there, get ahead of these cats, start hitting his marks, and just do his driving and not worry about anybody coming up on him. Now, hopefully, you know as well as I do, as you can see right now, Mark Arthur in that 34, diving it down and low, trying to get enough speed to get up there to get into him.
As we saw a little bit of contact there between the 8 of Eric Holly and the 15 of Zach Nichols, as Zach Nichols is trying to get to the front. He has 4 fresh tires. He's the one that's on the move. Jeff Pogo, though, running that outside line right in front of the 34 of Arthur. Arthur has at least 2 tires, 2 right side tires on that 34 machine. So does Learman. But right now, the guy who's got to look out for, the 15 of Nichols. 4 fresh tires, now all the way up to 5th place. You see him ducking down into the inside, trying to get around. Oh, contact with the 30 or the 43 of Learman and the 15 of Nichols.
That was a perfect contact right there, Roger. If it had been anything but perfect, both of them would have took each other out. But luckily they hit perfectly. No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul, as now Nichols back to the inside again. We got a caution on the track again. It looks like the 03 of Bradley Allison involved in this one. Possibly the 7 of Doug Ongari. A couple other guys involved. 14 of Jeffrey Price also involved.
Tell you what, we learned something right there in that restart. The 2 things we learned was, number 1, Jeff Pogo could go through the gears and not spin his tires. That was a good thing. But also, that number 15 is Zach Nichols. Buddy, he was on a rail. He was coming. That's what happens when you have those fresh tires, Roger.
As we went back and watched that, it looked like the 03 of Allison in the wall, staying up high, and then it looked like it was a possible chain reaction after that. Price just getting the short end of the stick off the front bumper of the 117 of Patterson. Then Mickey Reed, unfortunately, coming into that accident there. Jeffrey Price, nowhere he could go.
There was a bold move. Looks like Jeff faked him out. He was going to go into the pits, and Mark Arthur bit. He went down, and then Jeff at the last minute pulled back away and stayed on the track along with everybody else.
Well, now Jeff has another decision. What's he going to do? Zach Nichols, 4 fresh tires. Jeff Pogo, 19 lap bolt tires. And it looks like everybody else, well, I forgot about that. You got a couple of those guys in there who got those 2 tire stops also right in there.
Yeah, like I said, he got a really good jump there, going through the gears, no problem. Pogo didn't spin his tires at all, which is awesome. But now he's sitting on 20 lap old tires.
Well, Bobby, let's see if we can catch a guy here who's been rebounding pretty well after getting in the wall. Well, not the wall himself, but He got into the back of somebody who was in the wall. Jordan Smith, you got a copy?
Loud and clear.
Hey, Jordan, we see you're making your way back up to the front. Looks like you're currently in the 9th position. How's that 25 truck handling now?
Yeah, it's great right now. I mean, everybody's searching for the top, trying to run around the top, because that's where a lot of the grip is. That's where the truck's going to turn. And if I can get it there, I'll be fine.
As we see that 25 machine looks like it's brand new as you blink out there for us for a sec. Now you're back. Did you guys have a quick repair out there tonight?
I think we did. I think Jeff meant to take it off, but I guess he forgot or something, and we had one. Thank God we did, because after that little spat with Dalton, like you said, I was going to be in trouble.
And we saw that front end of that Federated Auto Parts 25 all mangled in, but now it looks good, and you're making your way to the front. Do you have enough in the tank right here to make it back to the front?
I don't know. The Zach Nichols and Rob behind me are pretty quick tonight, so just gotta work my way back up there patiently and methodically, and then if I can get up there and hopefully be able to challenge for a win at the end, that'd be great.
Well, last time you guys were here in the trucks at Kansas, you came away with a top 10. Right now, you're looking like possibly another top 10. Maybe you can get that 25 up into a top 5, but hey, good luck the rest of the way, and maybe we can speak with you at the end of this.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
I'm going to tell you right now, Roger, the word patience and Jordan Smith, those are not in the same sentence. I'll guarantee you, if this guy gets an opportunity, he's going to run those guys down. He's going to try his darndest to get up there before this is over with.
Well, he's going to have to get there in a hurry because out front, Jeff Pogo, Zach Nichols, Brady Briggs, Ross Cato. There's your top 4. Eric Holly in 5th. Sean Butler 6th. Cole Day 7th. Jamie Leach 8th. Jordan Smith, you heard it from him a second ago, 9th place. And Robert Duvendak in 10th. So you got a bunch of fast guys out in front of him. Everybody on a little bit different strategy. You got 21 lap old tires, then you got 9 lap old tires behind him there with Nichols, but he took 4 tires. Then you got Brady Briggs on 2 tires, Cato on 2, Holly on 2, Butler on 2, Cole Day on 4, and then Jamie Leach on 4. Different strategies all through your top 10.
I just noticed part of the strategy of Jeff Pogo right now is he decided to start up on the outside up top there. He's probably hoping that's going to help him momentum wise, because Zach Nichols is fast right now, especially on fresher tires.
Well, Zach Nichols is going to have that inside lane. Let's see if Jeff Pogo is going to fire off here real good on the outside. We've seen him get a good start on the inside. Now his tires are a little more worn, though. He's going to have to get one heck of a start here. Is Nichols going to be ready for it? As Jeff holds him and then decides to go. Nichols looks like he was ready to go right away. Kilroy in the back there spinning his tires. Pogo's going to clear the 15 by the start-finish line. Will he have it, though, coming out of turn 2? You see, he's just going to run right there, middle of the track, dive it down to the bottom as Nichols is right on the bottom the whole time. Holly getting a little loose there behind them.
Holly got down to that red line right there, and it started to get him a little loose. And even though there's only 11 laps on these tires, as you see, the 57 right there just gave the 23 of Brady Briggs a nice little shove. Luckily, he was able to control that.
See a lot of these guys running the outside, getting the momentum. The 57 of Cato and the 8 of Holly, though, down on the bottom, kind of stuck there right now. Nowhere for those guys to go, as those 2 trucks are on 2 tires, and they are not handling like the rest of these guys who are getting to keep the momentum up on the outside. As you see the 25 there of Jordan Smith getting to the back bumper of the 3 of Cole Day as they go down the backstretch to the outside there, the 57 of Cato.
And they're right now nose to tail, Roger, up front. 1, 2, 3, and 4. As you see, Nichols right now dives down into the bottom underneath that. Now, right here, Jeff does not have to go up, but he has no choice because he's on such old tires. He's got to stay up on that high line to get some of that traction. But it looks like Nichols is possibly going to be able to make the pass here.
As not yet. Looks like the 24 of Jeff Pogo going to fight back on the outside. Nichols not able to clear him. Nichols going to try it again here, though. He's going to dive it down to the inside. Pogo's running that outside. Pogo's able to put the power down on the outside and just keep it going. As you see battles, it looks like the 57 slid up there in front of Kilroy in the back here. But right now, it looks like Nichols not able to get around him. Brady Briggs, though, just following in the tire tracks of the 24 right now.
And right along with the 88 of Sean Butler. He's doing the exact same thing. All three of those cats right there. Now you got Cold Day involved. And look who's coming up here right now. That number 25.
Jordan Smith there in the 25 behind the number 3 of Cold Day. Now finds himself for a battle inside the top 10. But Robert Duvendak, oh no, Robert spins the 15. Just totally dumps the 15 in the trial. Well, Kilroy comes in, smacks the 15. The 15's up and over. It looks like possibly also the 22 of Hagerdorn involved.
I can guarantee you somebody's not going to be a happy camper over that one.
Well, Bobby, we can sit here and debate this one all night long because the 12 of Duvendak jumps to the inside as we see these two right to the inside. Duvendak to the inside. Nichols comes down to block him. Duvendak doesn't even lift off. He just plows right into the back of the 15. 15 up and over. That's going to end the 15's night along with Kilroy's night.
Well, 19 to go and they're blocking already. Well, what happens when you block, Roger? You take that chance of getting ran over. Nichols did what he thought he had to do, and again, so did your points leader, Duvendak. It's the same scenario.
Well, everybody's going to stay out here, Bobby, so let's step away, take a commercial break. We'll be right back with you. Welcome back. As we said, right before we walked away, we said nobody was coming down pit road. Then all of a sudden, everybody came down pit road. But it looks like we're going to have one heck of a changing of the guard here. As Jeff Pogo came down, Brady Briggs came down. But there are a couple guys out there who stayed out. Sean Butler in the 88 elected to stay out. Cole Day stayed out. Jordan Smith is now third who stayed out. Robert Duvendak fourth. Jamie Leach fifth. Eric Hawley sixth. Matt Kemp now back up into the 7th position. Galen Gidman in the 119 now is going to find himself in the 8th position. Brennan Bogo now 9th, and David Carmen into your top 10.
I'm not too sure if that was a smart move there on the 25. Man, I wished he would have went into the pits. Jordan Smith, I wished he would have. But he elected to stay out, and I'm a little curious right now if that might have been possibly a little mistake on his part, because these cats are going to have some fresh tires, and you know as well as I do, they can run you down in a heartbeat.
They could run him down, but now the question is, will the caution laps come into effect here at Kansas? We had a couple green flag runs here tonight, not too many of them. Now with 17 to go, looks like possibly 15 to go when we go back racing. Possibly more caution. I mean, that's what I'm kind of getting to. You're going to have guys in the back here who quick. Briggs, who just came down and got 4 fresh tires. Pogo, Cato, Beard, Dugan, Levitt, Arthur. All of them guys came down pit road. Nichols, who's back out on track, just 3 laps down now. But all those guys back there have fresh tires. All these guys up front here, 17, 18, 11 lap old tires, 10 lap old tires for Matt Kemp, who's sitting in 7th place. So they could possibly be in the way of guys who just feel like they're much faster and no give and take. Sort of like a situation we just saw going through the trial.
Exactly. I can assure you that this is going to be a hornet's nest. It's going to get stirred up here probably within the next, if they can stay green 5 more laps at least, I can assure you that it's just going to get nasty. Got the slower guys up front on the older tires. You got guys behind them on fresh tires, and I can assure you, Roger, they are going to be coming with vengeance. And face it, you're not going to be able to block them all. So I think we're getting ready to open up a hornet's nest right here. This is definitely not going to be a boring race right now. From this point on, it's going to be exciting.
Well, Sean Butler in the 88, he joined this league a couple weeks ago. He is now at the point. That's where he wants to be. He told me a couple weeks ago he wants to come out here. He wants to win. He wants to put the 88 machine in victory lane. He wants to prove himself to these guys that he's a good racer, he's a quick racer, and he belongs. Now this is the opportunity for the 88. It's what he wanted. He's out front. But he's got a slew of guys behind him that are quick. We've seen the 3 of Cold Day fast all day. Jordan Smith, talked to him earlier. He was fast. Robert Duvendak, no slouch. Jamie Leach having a quick truck here tonight. But now the key factor, watch that 5 of Matt Kemp, the Orange Tide ride. Him himself has the freshest tires in the top 10. Then you got to go all the way back to 13th and 14th, 15th. Those guys, Brady Briggs, Jeff Pogo, Ross Cato, they have 4 fresh tires. But the battle's going to be up here at the front on the start. What's going to happen here with the 88 as we're waiting for the pace car to dive in? Once again, the 88 on the inside is going to be your control car. Butler is the man, waiting for it, waiting for it. Green flag now. There goes the 88. Green flag's in the air. We're back racing from Kansas with only a handful of laps here to go. Butler's going to clear them easily. 4, 5 cars going into turn 1. Now Cold Day and Jordan Smith, though, side by side. Now Jordan Smith's going to take that position.
Jordan Smith is one driver, Roger, that loves to run that high line. He is not afraid to put that truck up against that wall. As you can see right now, Cold Day is going to follow every move he can. Try to anyway, but I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but this guy is really great on managing his tires.
As now Cold Day's under attack by the 12 of Robert Duvendak. As you see it right there, another close one up, another yellow out on the track here. Looks like possible the 42 of Tyler Dugan involved in this one. Looks like he might have bounced that 42, the Tennessee Vols truck, off the wall. As we go back and watch it, looks like the 38 will lev it to the inside here as they work off 2. All good here. It looks like it was possibly off turn 4 that the 42 up into the wall. Let's see what happens side by side with Levitt as they go into the corner still. Oh, a little contact from the 68 of Miroslav Mach. That turns the 42 around. Then it looks like the 38 had nowhere to go, back up the track into the 68 of Miroslav Mach.
Well, there went my pick. That's racing, though, Roger. I mean, it's time right now. Got to put the hammer down. No friends, no teammates, no anything.
Well, Jeff Pogo wanted a couple of these yellows ago. Unfortunately, not able to get them. Now Sean Butler's out there hoping for a yellow to the end. 13 laps to go, 12 once we get back here to the stripe. We're going to step away one last time here before the end of this, and we'll be right back to bring you the end of it.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're gearing up to watch the end of this TNT Truck Series race from Kansas. Sean Butler still out front. Jordan Smith still in second. Cold Day third. Robert Duvendak fourth. Jamie Leach fifth. Eric Hawley sixth. Matt Kemp seventh. Brandon Bogo eighth. Gidman 9th, and Carmen rounds out your top 10. Brady Briggs up to 11th, Ross Cato 12th, Jeff Pogo 13th, Morgan Beard 14th, Josiah Millen in the 15th position, Mark Arthur up to the 16th position, Christopher Monroe 17th, Jeffrey Price there in 18th, Jared Hagedorn 19th, and Doug Ongari is going to round out your top 20. Bobby, 10 to go when we come back around the line. We'll get 1 to go at 10, so we'll have 9 laps to go when we get back racing here from Kansas. The yellows are flying often now.
Well, the good thing about this is, Roger, is your top 6 guys are all on the exact same laps on tires. You got to go all the way down to Matt Kemp in that 7th position. He's on 17, and everybody else has got 24.
Couple different strategies coming into play here in the closing laps of this one. Should be interesting to see who can come out with it. Can Butler hold off the fast-charging 25 of Smith? Will Day have anything left in that number 3 truck? Will Duvendak be able to get up here and battle maybe possibly for his first win of the season, first win of his career? Or is Jamie Leach going to come up here, steal a win away, and get his second win of the season? Or can Brady Briggs or Ross Cato, Jeff Pogo, who are outside the top 10, get on a horse and motor past these guys? Still a couple laps.
Right now, the only thing that these cats need to worry about up front is do not spin your tires. Because if you do, it's going to be over with for a lot of guys. You've got to be able to go through these gears very smoothly. 25 lap old tires, they are going to be slick.
As you see these guys getting a little tighter, tightening it up side by side, waiting for the pace car to get off the track as we're working through turn 4 right now. The field's in the hands of the 88 of Butler. What will he do with the 25 of Smith, who's on his outside? There he goes. Green flags in the air. Back to racing. Once again, the 88 gets a great start. The 3 of Cole Day gets a good start. The 25 of Jordan Smith might have possibly spun his tires a little bit. That's going to let the 3 of Cole Day go side by side with him as they go into the corner. Duvendak is pushing the 3 of Day on the inside. It looks like the 3 getting a little loose there on the inside, though. Now Duvendak back to the outside, back to the inside. He's going to make it 3 wide down the backstretch. What's going to happen when we go into the corner? 3 wide. The 3 slides up the track because of the 12 who was on the inside. 12 backs off now, goes out, back to the outside, going to block the 2 of Jamie Leach. So now the 12 of Robert Duvendak is blocking. But side by side for the second position is still the 3 of Cole Day and the 25 of Jordan Smith as they go into the corner. Now it looks like Sean Butler has about a 4-car length lead over the battle for second place. Sean Butler right now looking in his mirror going, guys, battle it out. You handle it.
Unfortunately, battling it out, it's not going to happen right now because right now that 25 of Jordan Smith is actually running Sean Butler down. He's trying to get him fixed up here where he can make a move on him. But at the same time, down at the bottom, you've got the 3 of Cole Day and you've got Duvendak battling it out also.
I'm not sure what's going on with the 12 of Duvendak. He might be having handling issues as you saw him swerve towards the 3 of Day on the front stretch, the tri-oval-ish part. It doesn't look like the 3 of Day's too happy with the 12 right now as he gave him a shot coming off turn 2.
Yeah, Duvendak, he's had a rough night tonight. He's been in a few episodes there, not necessarily knowing if it's his fault or not, but he's still been in some incidents. And, you know, we're down with 6 to go right now, and you've got Jordan Smith all over that 88 of Sean Butler, trying his best to set him up.
6 laps to go here at the line as now we work off turn 2. The 25 is all over the bumper here of the 88. 5 to go once we get back to the line. Can the 25 find a way around the 88 of Butler? Who's it going to be, the 88 or the 25? Laps are winding down. If you just tuned in, you don't want to go anywhere. As, yeah, we see guys in the back here battling, but we're kind of fixated right here towards your leaders. Who can have it? As you see him 3 wide with Matt Kemp back there, Eric Holly and Brady Briggs.
Coming up on 4 laps left to go, Roger. This is nothing but a 1-2 battle to win this race right now. Duvendak is not going to be able to catch these guys at all unless these 2 guys get into each other and possibly spin each other out, which we know things like that has happened before in these races. But right now, Jordan Smith is trying his darndest. He is actually a shadow to that 88 of Sean Butler, trying his best.
The 3 of Cold Day sideways through the tri-oval into the grass, trying to hang on to the 3 truck. Not sure what happened to him, but he hangs on to it. But he's going to go from being inside the top 5. He was second a couple laps ago. Now back to, it looks possibly the 10th, going to lose 10th. Now it looks like now he's going to slot back 13th position possibly for the 3.
Coming up on 3 to go right now, Roger. It's still up here, Sean Butler and Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith is getting ready. He's trying to make a move on him down low. He blocks him. He blocks him up high. Now he's back down low again, Smith is, but it looks like that Sean Butler has got a good run up on that top side.
Butler being able to hold off the charge of the 25 of Jordan Smith so far. Not enough room there for him. The 88 is making that truck as wide as he can, as now the 25 is slipping a little bit. Now he's back to the clutches of the 12. Can the 25 make a charge? He's going to have 2 laps to go this time at the line. The 38 of Cody Levitt going to be your lap car they're coming up on, it looks like. 38's going to go low. He's just going to let the leaders go right around him. He doesn't want to factor into the outcome of this one.
Right now, Jordan's back up on the high side again, trying his best to stay in his path, get a little bit of a draft off of him if he can. At the same time, Duvendak's getting a bit of draft off of Jordan Smith.
3-car battle up here at the front. Butler out front in the 88, Smith in the 25 second, Robert Duvendak in the 3rd place with that 12 machine. 1 to go this time at the line. This race is going to end under green flag conditions. Who's going to get back to the stripe this time? 1 to go. Butler still out front. Smith in his wake in the tracks of the 88. But then you got the 12 who's just right there following in the tracks of the 25. What's going to happen once they get to turn 3? Are you going to see the 25 of Smith here dive to the inside? He backs up the corner. It doesn't look like he's going to have that much for the 88, but now he fights back actually. Can he get to the bumper? Smith to the inside. It's going to be a drag race off turn 4. The 88's going to get it. Sean Butler's going to come home with the win here. Jordan Smith going to be .041 shy of a victory here. What a finish.
That's probably one of the closest finishes we've seen in a long time. That's probably like, I'd say an extra wrap on the metal. That was close.
Jordan Smith had the gas pedal of that 25 planted in the floorboard coming off turn 4. He dove that 25 to the inside, hoping that it could stick and get around the 88 of Butler. Butler did not attempt to block him. He didn't want to wreck each other. He let the 88 let Jordan go to the inside. He figured he had enough momentum, and sure enough, Sean Butler going to come home with the victory. Well, we're going to step away for one moment. We're going to see if we can gather your top 3 here and talk to them. Hear from the 88 of Butler, the 25 of Smith. Hear how that last lap came together. Don't go anywhere. You're going to want to hear from these 3 cats to hear about that finish. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You just watched one heck of a race with the top three finishers. Butler and Smith battling it out door to door, coming to the finish line, and Robert Duvendak just hoping that something was going to happen between those top two and he could sneak his way in for his first victory. Unfortunately, not ending up, the way the 12 wanted to. Bobby, I believe you caught up with him, though.
I certainly have, Robert Duvendak. This is Bobby and Roger. You got me.
Sir, I do. Yes, sir, I do. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hey, buddy. Tell you what, third place finish, points leader. Overall, that's not a very bad day for you tonight.
No, sir, it's not. I'm be happy with it.
I was a little worried about it. I seen you got into a little bit of scuffle with the 15 of Nichols there. Your point of view, what was going on with that?
Yeah, I gotta apologize to Zach there. I had to go back and look at the replay. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Me and him were on the bottom. We were on fresher tires than most of the guys on that outside line, and we had a run on the bottom. I noticed he had some right front damage. I don't know if that slowed him down or what, but coming off the turn, I had a run. I ducked underneath of him, got down on the apron, and I was down pretty much left tires in the grass, and I couldn't tell if he came down across my nose or maybe I came up just a smidge or not, but we just got together there.
Well, the good news is it didn't really hurt you that bad at all. You was able to come home with a third place finish, and I'll tell you what, that's pretty impressive. You're on a roll right now. Congratulations on that, and keep moving forward, and hopefully we'll see you on top of the line here at the end of this whole league.
Yes, sir. That's the overall goal, but I would really, really love to win one of these things soon.
I know you would. That's all you talk about is being able to win one of these things. I'll tell you what, for a guy that's not been able to win a race leading the championship, that's pretty impressive right there. No doubt about it. You got anybody out there that you want to thank? Girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, mistress, fiance. We all know you're married because Roger and I was at your wedding. So go ahead and thank somebody.
Well, I want to thank you guys first off, of course, for putting your time in with us and broadcasting us here. Want to thank Eric and Jeff for all the help putting on this league day in and day out, and of course this beautiful woman sitting next to me here on the couch that's been watching all night. I want to thank her for giving me the time every Tuesday and Thursday and being patient with me while I'm dealing with text messages and all that other stuff that comes along with running this league.
Well, you make sure you give her a kiss for me and Roger for sure.
Yes, sir, I will. And I also would like to thank our sponsor over there for the Xfinity Series at my work, Amy Cycling. If it wasn't for them coming on board, we wouldn't be able to broadcast that Xfinity Series either.
All right, my friend, congratulations again. Go get you some rest. Take it easy, and we'll catch you next week.
Yes, sir. You guys have a great night, and hopefully we'll see you both out on track Thursday night.
Well, there it was, Bobby, your third place finisher. Unfortunately, still unable to put that 12 truck in victory lane, but a guy who's been close all year long, not able to put that 25 truck machine in victory lane. That's Jordan Smith. Jordan, you got a copy with us?
Yes, sir.
Jordan, we talked to you earlier. You had heavy front end damage when you got into the 41 at Dalton. You worked your way back from all the way, I think you were buried in about the 24th position at one time, and you just put a charge in from there with that 25 truck.
Yes, sir. I mean, it was tough because I elected to start in the back. Didn't really know how qualifying would go. Haven't had that much practice on the track, so started from the back and then just working methodically to the front, and everything went to plan except that one position that got away.
One position got away from you, but you were oh so close as the finish between you and the 88 was .041 when you guys came across the line. Did you think you had him coming out at turn 4 when you dove that 25 truck to the inside and he did not try to block you?
I knew it was going to be close. I didn't think I had him because it's just so hard to pass on Kansas, especially with the trucks. So I just did my last trick in the bag, and it wasn't enough. So shout out to Sean for being a good racer, clean, and for getting a good win.
Well, Jordan, one of these times you're going to have to put that 25 truck back in victory lane. We saw you dominate all last year over on the Xfinity side with the USRA, the Xfinity side. But just so far this year with the trucks, it's not going your way.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I mean, I just caught some unlucky breaks every now and then, and of course Zach and Sean and Matt and John Furness have been fast all year, so it's a little bit tougher than last year, but it's still fun, and I have a great time every Tuesday and Thursday.
Well, hey, Congratulations on your second place finish. Is there anybody out there you got to thank? Any sponsors? Maybe a girlfriend, or well, don't thank Bobby because well, we know.
No, yeah, I'd like to echo Rob and thank you all for taking the time out of your days and helping to broadcast and spread the league. And of course, want to thank Jason for spotting and just helping out with the setups and everything, making sure I don't drive over my head. And of course, Rob and Eric for being great teammates.
Well, I see how it is. I see that your spotter has enough time to come spot for you, but can't come help us, right?
I don't know. You have to get on him about that. That's all him.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations on your second place finish. One step closer to possibly putting that 25 in victory lane. Hope to see you next week out here.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Y'all have a good night.
Well, Bobby, that 25 truck, Jordan Smith, just unlucky, not able to ever put that truck in victory lane. But I think you caught up with the guy who did park it in victory lane.
Yes, I did, Roger. How about you, Sean Butler? You got Bobby and Roger here in the booth.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Man, what in the world? You joined up with this league a couple weeks ago. Now you just pretty much put a whooping on them, and basically you schooled them tonight.
It was just with the cautions and everything. It come down to strategy and when you wanted to pit and not pit. Kind of caught the couple of leaders there, snookered them, and was able to stay out there and catch the lead and just able to stay out front. Jordan was a little bit faster than me, and I understand that frustration of being just a little bit faster, but it's so hard to pass here.
Well, I kind of watched you. I forgot what lap it was, pretty near in the middle of the race or so. I watched you bounce off that off the wall up there, and I thought that's gonna probably ruin his night or whatever. But these guys threw a fast repair in there that I didn't know about, and Roger didn't know about. You were able to get it fixed, and basically the cautions fell just right. But I'll tell you, 35 lap old tires, basically I thought for sure somebody was just going to spin their tires going through the gears. It's just going to cause havoc up there in the front. But you did an excellent job on that restart. You bunched them all up, and then when they had to get out of it, you took off. And I don't know if you planned it that way or not, but if you did, that was probably one of the smartest restarts that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, that's, when you can control the restart and go whenever you want, you just kind of maintain speed, and everyone starts getting angsty because they're like, he's going to go anytime now. And whenever you just kind of got to watch your mirror, and when you see them do that little checkup, that's when you hit the gas. So that's something I always try to do when I'm the leader and I can control a start like that. So
well, you pulled it off tonight, that's for sure. That restart was a class act restart right there. Definitely tires was an issue here for sure. But hey, you came out number one. What I like about it, you're a new guy and you came out here and you beat up on these guys. I'll tell you what, that's got to leave a little bit of a sore taste in some of these guys' mouth. And to me, I think it's great for racing. I think it's great for this league. And I just love it when a new guy comes in and just whoops everybody's ass. I got to tell you right now, I thought it was awesome. Roger,
I don't feel like I put a big whooping on anybody. I tell you.
Yeah, you put a good whooping on them. 35 lap old tires.
Yeah, but that qualifying effort was terrible. I was like,
yeah, you know what?
About that from the get-go.
Like my daddy used to say in golf, it's not how far you hit the ball, it's how many times you got to hit it to get it in the hole. You did exactly what you needed to do today and come with a win. What do you think, Roger?
Well, I think, Sean, you put on one heck of a show on two tires at least. You did start kind of back in the field there, but tell us about that those couple last laps there. The 25 of Jordan Smith, he was putting one heck of a pressure on the back bumper of that 88.
Yeah, he was giving me all I could handle. I wasn't throwing huge blocks, but I was kind of mirror driving a little bit, and I started driving in a little bit too hard. You had to kind of just barely pedal the throttle on entry, else it got a little bit too tight, and I think he was doing the same thing, trying to run me down. So I think it kind of was a wash. And then coming off of 4, I saw him having a run, and I felt like if I went down, I knew he was going to go down. I felt like if I went down, I had the chance of spinning myself out. So I was just hoping that he wouldn't beat me to the line there. So great job by him. Feel bad that he hasn't won in this series. Obviously, he's got this talent, and same with Robert. I mean, he's a points leader, so he's just going to show you don't have to win. You got to be consistent, and you can win championships anywhere.
That's right. The 12 of Robert Duvendak hasn't put it in victory lane, but he is your points leader. But you started the league a little late here. So what do you think so far? Now, you have a victory, but you've been racing against these guys for only a couple weeks.
This a great bunch of guys, a lot of talented guys out here. A couple weeks ago at Darlington, I felt like I had something for them, and I gave it away on a hit road speeding penalty, and just little things here and there that I've made mistakes, and I've kept myself out of the win column, I think, or better finishes than I should have had some better finishes. But there's a lot of good guys racing here, and just being up front and getting a win this quick in this series is I didn't expect it.
Well, hey, thanks for taking time out to come talk to us. But you got anybody that you got to thank for that 88 machine?
Yeah, my buddy DJ Anderson, he painted this Gray Ghost up for me, and it's pretty sharp out here. I want to thank the USRA guys for letting me come over and race with them. You guys up there in the booth broadcasting these, I love watching after the fact. And then Galen Gidman and Ross Cato, we're talking some strategy, and we're new guys here, so we're just trying to figure out how to compete with everyone here, and kind of just worked out in my favor tonight.
Well, hey, congratulations on putting the 88 in victory lane here. Hope to see you next week, possibly go back-to-back with the 88.
That'd be nice. I'll see you guys next week.
There you heard it from your winner tonight, the 88, Sean Butler, the new guy. I believe he's only put in about 3 races over here with the USRA, but tonight, tire strategy, 2 tires on that last stop, 35-lap old tires at the end of it, able to hold off Robert Duvendak, who had 4 fresh tires, and Jordan Smith, who also only had 2 tires on the last stop. Well, Bobby, it was one heck of a race here from Kansas. We saw that high line, the dominant line tonight.
Saw good high line racing. We saw 2-3 wide racing. Unfortunately, we did have 7 cautions for 31 laps. It took a little bit for these guys to settle down. But overall, I mean, the strategies that we saw play out, no tires fuel, 2 tires, 4 tires. Jeff Pogo, as a matter, staying out there as long as he did on those tires totally impressed me, because man, oh man, he made it look like he had fresh tires. He was able to go through the gears and actually run away with this for a little while there with the old tires. Sean Butler, the winner of this race, he was able to do the same thing. All these cats were on the old tires, but they were able to go through the gears on that restart. I thought it was going to be a holy hell accident on this restart, but everybody went through, did a very good job, and poor old Jordan Smith did everything he could to get up there and get around Sean Butler. My hat's off to him on that drive. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, he was talking about being patient and work his way up. Well, Jordan Smith and patient, that's not the same sentence with this cat. I knew he was going to be battling. I knew he was going to get up there and battle for this lead, and overall it was just a great race to watch.
Great race to watch. It was 80 laps of intense fun. Couple of caution laps, like you said, out here tonight. But hey, next week's going to be even more intense, Bobby. Back to Daytona.
Daytona. You got to love that. Where if you blink, it could be catastrophic for the whole entire field.
Well, Daytona's next week, but this week was Kansas, Bobby. Let's see if we can run through this finishing order here real quick. I'm tired. I'm not tired, but I'm pretty sure everybody who's out there listening to us, they're probably tired of hearing us by now. But hey, bringing it home the win tonight, the 88 of Sean Butler. Second place going to go to the 25 of Jordan Smith. Robert Duvendak, your points leader, he's going to come in here and have one heck of a showing. He's going to add on to that points lead. He brings home the 12 truck, third place. Jamie Leach, strong showing, fourth place for him. Eric Holly came in second in points. He's going to leave here second in points. Fifth place for Holly. Sixth place goes to the 23 of Brady Briggs. The seventh position is going to go to the 78 of Brennan Bogo. The 57 of Ross Cato, first time for Ross out here, bringing that truck home in the 8th position. Galen Gidman, the other new guy, only a couple weeks under his belt here. The 119 himself, he's going to bring it home in 9th. Mark Arthur in the 34, first time for him out here. He's going to come away with a top 10.
Like your 11th position was number 10 of Morgan Baird. 12th position, 24 of Jeff Pogo. We've seen him lead some laps up here later towards the end of this race here. 13th position, number 3, Cole Day. He was also up there battling in the top 2, top 3 for a while. 14th was the 40, Joel of Millen. 15th position was the 45, Christopher Monroe. 16th was the 14th of Jeffrey Price. 17th position was that number 5 of Matt Kemp. He was up there running around for a little while. 18th position was the quiet 22 of Jared Hagedorn. He's always a threat. You never hear from him, but he always seems to run pretty darn good wherever he's at. He did a good job tonight because he got caught up in a few accidents. 19th position was that 30 of David Carmen. The 20th position was the 42 of Tyler Dugan.
Your 21st finisher is going to be the 00 of Evan Pienta. The 7 of Doug Ungari is going to come home with the 22nd place finish. The 68 of Mike Mock going to come home in the 23rd place. The 24th finisher here tonight is going to be the 38 of Cody Levitt. The 25th place finisher going to be the 15 of Zach Nichols. Unfortunate for Nichols as he led 44 laps here tonight, over half the race. Just unfortunate circumstances between him and the 12. The 26th place finisher is going to be the 41 of Dalton Kilroy. Coming home in the 27th place, that's going to be the 03 of Bradley Allison. 28th place finisher is going to be the 18 of Stephen Holmes. 19th is going to be the 20 of Luke LaFaro. And rounding out your top 30 is going to be the 117 of Josh Patterson.
Your 31st position was the 43 of Craig Learman. 32nd was the 13 of Mickey Reed. 33rd position, the 82 of Anthony Reynolds. And then the last position, number 34th place, 99, Michael Longori.
Well, Bobby, 80 laps was the scheduled distance here tonight. 80 laps in the book. Butler's going to come away with as your winner. Jordan Smith second. Robert Duvendak third. That's how they finished here tonight. Your finishing distance between Sean Butler and Jordan Smith was only .041. Heck of a finish there coming out of turn 4 to the line between those two. But hey, that's going to do it for myself. I'm Roger Muth. That's Bobby Johnson. And for everybody else at the MaxSpeedTV crew, we thank you all for tuning in. But till next time, knuckleheads.
See ya.
MaxSpeedTV would like to thank our partners here at MaxSpeedTV, starting with the Colby Eye Paints. If you're in the market for a new paint job for your car, check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Need a replica paint of your real-life car? Colby's Eye Paints has you covered. Check out Colby Eye Paints on Facebook. Also by Hershey Design. Hershey Design Company is your one-stop graphics shop. If you're in need of an iRacing paint, league, team, or business logo, or want the logo on some sweet swag, hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. You can find them on Facebook by searching HERSHY Design Company. Also by the Sim Speed Shop, SimSpeedShop.com. You can check them out for all your iRacing sim needs. Ohio IndyCar League jumping on board this season with as an official sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. They are also accepting not just patrons from Ohio, but from all over. Also, iBog for all your iRacing broadcast overlay graphics done specifically by Jason Allison, one of the masters at it. So thank you to Jason. And also, last but not least, Wise Guys. You can check them out at Reverb Nation. That is spelt with a Z. So check them out on Reverb Nation. We would like to thank all of the sponsors at MaxSpeedTV and partners.